watching every episode of Doctor Who for the first time and reviewing them in 1 minute or less, Series 5, Episode 12, The Pandorica Opens, and Episode 13, The Big Bang. 2-part season finale, put 2 minutes on the clock and start the timer. I feel like it was never going to be possible to live up to the Series 4 season finale, because, you know, it was just so big and spectacular, but in its own way, I think this episode was arguably better? Can I say that? I'm not even trying to be divisive or contrarian here. I genuinely loved how this entire season was building up this storyline through the crack in Amy's wall and how it seemed to be creating a crack in the universe. Amy lost her fiancé from this, for God's sake, and it feels like it brought back every single episode as they were all building up to this moment and why they were building up to this moment. And it's just amazing how they bring it all together to make this wonderful final episode of a season. And it wasn't trying to be a bigger or more explosive finale this time. I mean, it still did bring back all of the major villains from Doctor Who in one big scene where they create an alliance to lock the Doctor up in Pandorica's box. That's the moment, I guess, where it's like, yeah, this is still huge, but I didn't feel like it tried to be that, and it didn't need to be that. Obviously, River returns for this episode in a really fun way. Rory's back! He's been living in ancient Rome for some reason that doesn't really make sense, and he kills Amy, but not really, because the Doctor's able to save. And I just want to say, the second part of this two-parter, the finale, is one of my favorite episodes of this show. Everything is just so messy, but in the best way possible, where like all of these things are happening at once, and the timeline's out of order, and the Doctor's working out his plan as it's happening, and he's like, I gotta go back in time to do this, to fix this, to do that, and oh, there's me from the past here, and me from the future's over there, so therefore I need to do this, to do that, and then some of it didn't even make any sense. How did he go to the past to give his screwdriver to Rory if he was in the Pandorica box, if he didn't have himself to go do that in the future before? And how did Rory, like, guard a box for 2,000 years? But I'm okay with it being crazy and not making any sense if it's really good. And this passes with flying colours. And finally, we have a season where neither the Doctor or his companions are going in it. We have consistent Doctor and companions for next season.